Hello beautiful Pisces, and welcome to your extended. My name is Jane and I do readings for the Pisces Collective. Now, if you haven't seen this morning's reading, I would go watch that one first because this one will make a lot more sense. I said that when I came back I would talk about this Knight of Cups, and I will, but before I do, I just want to let you know that the cards I'm going to be using in the second reading is the Golden Art Nouveau Tarot and the Spirit Messages. Daily Guidance Oracle deck by John Holland. Now, if you would like to find these, just click on the link below, find a deck. It'll send you to my website where I have all the affiliate links for all of these decks. Okay, so here we go. We're going to talk about this Knight of Cups. Usually, they told me not to speak of it, so I'm not speaking of it. I didn't speak of it this morning too much. They wanted me to take a look at the card and read it intuitively rather than any other way. Now what I see here is that this beautiful horse is adorned with all kinds of gold, and very much like there's a lot that's been, it's very abundant. It looks very beautiful, very adorned, very rich in the way that it looks. However, if you look at the knight, he's still lifting his cup as if to ask for more. So Pisces, what you're not seeing is how lucky and how abundant you truly are with everything that you have learned, and everything of who you are is what I'm getting from Spirit. So they're saying that even though it's okay to want more, you should never forget that you are really weighed down as the horse's head is looking down with all of the beautiful joys and gratitudes that you've already had or received in your life. So please don't forget those. Don't forget to look at them from time to time and not discard them as things that you have and then just forget about, because they're very much a part of you, and they're still very much there and to be seen. So every little joy, every little medium or big joy that you have in your life, they want to remind you that all of that is something that is abundance in your life. It's truly great abundance in your life is what they're saying. It's like you are massively, let me see if I can find a word. Lucky. I guess lucky, it would be the word. For all of the graceful, beautiful things that you've received so far. And I'm not talking about just material thing, I'm talking about knowledge. Okay, I'm talking about everything that you've learned, everything that you're learning, how far you've come. Okay, so, alright, we're going to pull some spirit messages. What I like about these cards is they're not just messages. Sometimes you pull out something from a loved one that is past. So sometimes they end up being personal messages. Like something is coming in. No. Alright, so I kind of peeked, like I felt like ancestral wisdom was trying to come through. That's what it's saying. But again, I have here is just ask. There are so many here in the spirit world that can assist you at this time. We are made up of divine source, your loved ones, friends, guides, angels, spirit helpers who are waiting to assist you. We are your spiritual team, and all you have to do is ask for help and guidance. So again, I was feeling that. I didn't want to say anything until the cards, but I was talking about that just as I was shuffling. And so yes, I was feeling as well, like I said, the ancestor wisdom came through. So ancestors, which was made up here. Guides, angels, spirit helpers. There's ancestors. And I'm going to just read you from this. They felt it necessary to mention it, because this is always, I feel, the second part of the readings is always spirit coming in, letting you know they're here. So they wanted to put that in. We bring you this card as this specific time because we want to remind you that even though you're reaching out for answers, you don't necessarily need a special tool to ask us for help. I like that they said that. We have always been here and always will be. And although we cannot interfere with your karmic lessons that you're meant to learn, we can come to your aid by gently inspiring, guiding, and helping you to recognize synchronistic signs, such as this. Okay? When you're going round and round and it doesn't feel right, that's a sign. Okay? During your life, you may have tried to do or have done things on your own, which can be rewarding, but when it becomes too much and you start to feel drained or weak, or you don't have the strength to go on, then call on us. We will make every effort to help you. Remember once again that we can't interfere in your life until we're asked or invited. Know that we're always here and waiting, and most important, that we love you. I've been asked this question and I'm going to address it now because I feel it's the time. They're reminding me that some people say, I don't feel like I'm heard, or I can't feel my spirit guides. You may not be able to feel them, but they're always there. Sometimes they don't always just talk to you. Sometimes they don't just come in those ways. Sometimes they give you signs. Maybe they drop big eureka moments in front of you, but you're missing it, okay? And sometimes they're not around, but they're there for you. They're not around as in that you notice it, but they're always there for you. And they can't interfere, as they said, with karmic lessons that you have given yourself, okay? When I was young, I felt alone a lot. And this was explained to me by them, that sometimes they had to put blocks in my way because my soul's journey wanted to go on the path of light and easy, right? I'm Pisces. I was drawn right away to going in the easy direction, things that flowed. But they had to put blocks because there were specific karmic lessons or things. I won't even call it karmic lessons because I don't know enough of it. But there were specific lessons that I wanted to experience on this planet and on this journey that I'm on here. So there were things that had to happen or be put in place to bring me here, okay? So they had a hand in helping me with that. Sometimes it wasn't the greatest of experiences that happened, but it was put in place and it was agreed upon with them so that they would help me. So that was their form of help. But sometimes that left me feeling alone. I always had some kind of help come through. I didn't realize at the time that that was like a lifeline for me as a human being, but I did have some of those, a glimmer of hope to keep me going. So just remember, you are aware of them. I was not aware of them. You are aware of them now. Sometimes it may be hard for them you may have a hard time to feel them, but they are always with you, helping you on the journey that you plan for yourself. If you can't feel them or you feel like you're having a hard time, there may be a reason for it, but they are always there, okay? I hope I made that as clear as possible. Like I said, everybody has their own individual journey, so it's very hard without a personal reading to see exactly what's going on, but that may be something. Don't lose hope. Don't lose hope about that. There are many different ways that you can feel your guides and your helpers. It's not just by meditating or visiting them in meditation. You can sense them in very different ways. Be open to everything. So we're looking at these this way. The first row, how you've worked on your spiritual growth. Other energies you could be looking at, as well as what Spirit wants you to pay attention to in the last cards. So, the first card, the lovely King of Swords. He has been showing up for us, teaching us all kinds of things about the mastery of communication, wind. And with it comes the Two of Wands. He's helping us contemplate and think innovatively about choices and planning and discovery. He reminds us that he's supposed to be used as a tool for learning, not as the end-all and be-all of our existence. He is there to teach us how to move forward. The Four of Wands, fire sign, passion, inspiration, reminding us of our accomplishments, the results, helping us reflect on where we are and where we want to go, helping us remove the restrictions, the possessiveness of who we thought we were, how we can control the situation. There are different ways. There are different platforms we can jump off of to become better. Not everything is about one specific energy. I feel that the fire energy is coming in to teach us how to become masters of that energy as well. Because there's a lot of great positive energy that comes with fire. It is one of the signs that just go for life. They go for passion. They go for just living their life to the fullest, living in today and what that can bring us, instead of being restrictive with ourselves with this four. The Three of Wands. And another fire energy, wanting us to launch and go into our long-term plans. Our creativity comes to play in the Empress card. There's 2 threes here. They're very different energy, but the same. Through the mastery of the mind, we can launch long-term plans and bring life to the ideas that we thought of. So I feel that it's just different steps in the cycle of trying to get ourselves gone. The Empress did come out this week for you as a reading to help you. They really want you to tap into that creative energy, that nurturing energy of yourself, the one that brings in abundance. There's a lot about nurturing yourself too this week, rather than just shining the light on everybody else. So remember that, to nurture the fertile ground that you inhabit, that you embody. The energy that you could be focusing on as well. The cousins of the Empress. They're cousins, or aunt and niece, whatever you want to call it. The Queen of Pentacles. Beautiful, grounded energy. Successful. Nurturing. Again, with the nurturing coming through. The Judgment card. A review. An awakening. A renewal. A second chance to help yourself turn that energy, to embrace both and bring out the balance in the energies. I was talking about that this morning with the King of Swords going into the Queen of Pentacles instead of just being all fire. instead of just bringing fire and just going out of control between the wind and the fire and the wind and the fire. Bring some groundedness to it. If you throw a little dirt on the fire, it brings the fire down a little bit. So assess, review, water into your wine. Look at things in a different way. Get a different perspective of it. End the stressful situation. Absolutely. Right. Adapt. Move on. The Two of Pentacles. Again, the earth sign. Bringing level to the air sign. The way to get out of this energy. Find a way out of the stress. Put the swift end to it. How do you do it? You adapt. You juggle the energies and adapt them so that you can incite change. Different choices. So that you can deal with it with more ease and grace and less anxiety and fear. You can finally see the truth and just move on. And get out of the block. There's that 2 again, that 2 of Swords. Balancing this will end the delay, make you see where you need to go. It will make you remove the block, the standstill. Contemplating the options. Okay? To start trusting yourself to move forward again. Okay. So this is what Spirit wants you to pay attention to. The clarity of the situation. Yeah, I knew he was going to come out because he was here. Okay. So I knew that 7 of Wands was coming back. The clarity is that you have to defend yourself in what matters. And what matters here, Pisces, is what we were talking about yesterday. What matters is you remembering to shine the light on yourself. These are remnants of yesterday. We had the Ace of Swords yesterday, and this is talking about that. Make sure that you have to shine the light on yourself. Shining the light on yourself helps you have clarity on this situation as well. It helps you remind you that when you acknowledge that this apprehension is there, it's time to move out of it. This is a no. This is a no situation. It's showing you the imbalance of how you feel and what you want to get out of, where you want to get out of it instead of staying in it. It's clearly showing you an imbalance. It's making you feel yucky so that you do something about it. Okay? It's showing you an uncertainty to let you know that it may not be for you. So you have to defend yourself and your point of view, even if it's to yourself, to people. It's to persevere through the challenge. It's to stand your ground and get back to your yes. The other 2 that came out, one after the other, was the High Priestess and the 8 of Cups. Reminding you again that you have to use your intuition. Not your mind, okay? Your mind will fool you into this 9 of Wands. It's going to tell you have to be determined and you have to fight your way out of it, okay? It's always going to tell you that. Your mind's always going to cause you a great big challenge to overcome. An uphill battle. It doesn't have to be all of that. It can be a situation as easy as just switching your mindset, tapping into your intuition rather than your mind, leading with more of an intuitive balance than just the mind, using all the energies to get you out of this. This card also indicates that you're very close to victory. So don't give up the boat right now. Don't, just stay where you are and get yourself out of this energy. I was just doing this with the cards and Alright, so the last one is the Two of Swords. Two of Swords, reminder again that this is just a momentary thing. It's not a life-altering thing. It's the Minor Arcana. It's again the mind, showing you an imbalance that needs to be balanced. You still have the moon in the background guiding you. You still have your wits and your senses about you. It's preconditioning, coming back to talk about ways that you used to do things, or the ways that you were thought. I don't know. I can never remember when I say things, but I know I was talking yesterday or today about the conditioning that you feel, that you're led to follow, the one path that you're taught, usually by a teacher or a parent. You're taught that one path, and this becomes your default. Most of your life you're working towards this changing. You were taught one way, but you need to learn another. So this is where also did it come out, was it the Judgment card comes to play, where you have to review, let go of what doesn't fit, and then move forward. This is your alarm system. This alarm system lets you know when things are out of balance. Underneath, what you're not seeing is this is part of healing. Again, with the Four of Swords, they keep showing it to me. The Four of Swords is the break, the period of recovery and healing, the reflection of self, so that you can restore yourself, restore your health, restore your energy, so you can move out of this. Okay? Remember, this week, what we are doing is we are answering the call within ourselves. The call of being a galactic starseed. Okay? We are also acknowledging our creative self, and we want to get on that Knight of Swords to ride out into our true being. Okay? So shine the light. Remember that this is an alarm to let you know that it's a no, that it needs to go. Okay? And yeah, that's pretty much it. We're going to come back tomorrow. We're going to talk about your blocks and how to get through that as well. So that's fantastic. It's always good to have a leg up from Spirit, letting you know how to get past things. And I'm sending you lots of love, light, and blessings. It was a pleasure for me to be here with you again today. And I will see you tomorrow, Pisces. Take care.